Welcome to the sixth episode of Kenyan Athletics, Gambier and Beyond. With competition on hold for the moment, we thought you'd want to hear what your favorite student athletes are up to. My name is Jordy Fee-Platt, and I'll be your host this fall. Each week, I'll be interviewing two players from one of the Kenyan fall sports teams, one underclassman currently on campus, and one upperclassman studying remotely. This week, I will be talking to two members of the men's cross-country team. Paul Neubauer is a senior from Naperville, Illinois. Last season, he played a key role for the Lords. He finished 16th overall at the Kenyan Quad Meet 5K race with a time of 17 minutes 30 seconds and finished 6th overall at the Worcester Dual Meet 8K race with a time of 27 minutes 59 seconds. Paul, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, thank you.
Will Dean is a sophomore from Rochester, Minnesota. After a strong first season, he will look to make his mark when competition does return. Will, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
I'll start with you, Paul. Where are you studying remotely this fall? Are you living with teammates or friends, or are you at home?
I'm in Western Michigan at the moment, and I'm living with the two other captains of the cross-country team.
How has that experience been? I'm sure you've been able to train together, which is probably really nice.
No, it's really nice where we get to run together and work together since we all take one class together, and then me and one of the captains take, I think, two classes together. So it's been a really nice experience. Also, just the company is really good.
Right. What sort of workouts are you doing to stay in shape while away from campus? Obviously, running is very different from other sports because you're sort of doing the same things no matter what. But what sort of workouts have you been able to do?
Yeah. So a lot of what we've been doing is just getting out there and keeping our mileage up, running daily and making sure we get those miles in. But there've been, some intervals, some speed work and that kind of stuff going on. So, it's been good.
And Will, what has it been like on campus with the quiet period? I'm sure there was sort of a pause in practicing, but what have you been able to do as a team?
Yeah, it's kind of been all over the place, really haphazard training. So overall, we got to phase 3, and then things kind of slowed down for a bit. Weren't able to practice for the last week and a half-ish. So this will be our first day returning to practice, hopefully. Overall, I'd say the team has been hitting good mileage. It's kind of hard to keep cohesive team morale with new people in this really weird environment. But we've been able to get some workouts in, and we have a brand new coach this year. So she's kind of getting involved with the people on campus as well. So it's been okay, but could be better, of course.
Are you guys running with masks, or how are you handling that?
So primarily what we end up doing is we'll all come down, be in the CAC, wearing masks, of course, coming down and meeting as a group, masks spaced out, and then going into pods with limited size so that, doing our warm-ups. And then once we get out on our run, we can mask off because, we're on open trail areas. So,
right.
But we're still spaced out, of course,
yeah,
on those trails. So that's a key component.
And how is the team keeping in contact overall, obviously, with some of you in away from campus and others who are there? How are you sort of maintaining that chemistry?
It's a variety of things. We have a group chat, not necessarily where we communicate with one another. I try and make an effort to, when me and some of the guys are cooking in the evenings, we sometimes just cold call some of the guys on the team to see if they'll pick up and chat for a bit. So
nice.
We have a boys snap group chat, so that's a lot of fun. Some good snaps going, good filters.
Definitely. I like the cold call idea. That's really fun. And this is for you, Will. Obviously, there are, a lot of downsides on being on campus, but what are you enjoying about it right now?
What am I enjoying? I'm enjoying. So I've been able to take some lab courses, which I wouldn't have been able to really remotely. And it's definitely good to be back here, to be like, I felt like last semester being like completely remote, I didn't have as much drive being at home to like get all my work done. I was super lazy, and then coming back here, you kind of get back in that mindset. So it's been really good to see the people. And yeah, I mean, my living situation is a lot better. I probably would have been like a tiny double in Mather, and so now I'm in a new apartment with other teammates. So it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But yeah, those are the pros, I guess.
Yeah, you underclassmen are very lucky to have
Yeah,
the
yes, we
housing
are.
situations you
I'm
do.
not
We're
quite
all-
as lucky as the NCAA folks, but yeah.
yeah, we're very jealous of you. What are you both looking forward to doing as a full team when everyone is back on campus?
I suppose I suppose the thing that'll, I mean, me not being on campus at all, and realistically, I don't know what the campus is going to look like next semester, but I really miss the our table in which the team really just gets to communicate and bond really well. And I don't know if I'll get to experience that again, but I can imagine that if we had a little more time, if the coronavirus eased up a bit, that'd be really cool to just see people around
Yeah,
lunch there again.
definitely.
Yeah, I feel like so the men's cross country and well, I guess whole cross country and like track and field programs just acquired like 2 new coaches. So we have this entirely new coaching staff, and the future of our program is looking really good. So recruiting this year seems to be going pretty well. We didn't have the best year recruiting last year, but now we've got this like energetic new young coaching staff. We've got a lot of X factors being brought to the table. I mean, it's things are going to be looking up in the next few years. So
Yeah, we're excited to see what happens when competition eventually restarts. We're going to transition into some trivia, and the first section will pitch you guys against each other. There will be 4 total questions on Kenyan athletics history, and each question is worth 1 point each. I'll start with you, Will. How many conference titles has Kenyan men's cross country won? A1, B2, C4, or D6?
I'll go with B2.
That is incorrect. It is C4.
Wow.
Yeah. Not for a long time, but there were 4 titles at the end of the millennium and then early 2000s.
Oh, of course. Team of 2000, yes.
Yeah. Okay, Paul. In Kenyan's first place finish last season in the Worcester dual meet, how many Kenyan runners finished in the top 10? A2, B5, C6, or D7?
I'm thinking 7.
That is correct. Nice work. Yeah, very impressive showing at that meet for the Lords. Okay, well, where did Coach Kassane coach prior to Kenyon? A, Denison, B, Lake Forest College, C, Otterbein University, or D, Washington University in St. Louis?
It's going to be B.
Correct. Nice. Lake Forest College. Yes. All right, Paul, our final question. You have a chance to defeat your teammate here. How many varsity sports does Kenyon have? A, 13, B, 18, C, 22, or D, 25?
Is it 13?
That is incorrect. It is 22. Surprising how many it adds up to be, but
Wow.
yeah. All right, so you two will share the individual title. And now we're going to transition into some group trivia. So there will be 3 questions on your sport as a whole, which is, of course, running. Each question will be worth 1 point. Your score will be stacked up against the other fall sports teams. So the 2 soccer teams were the only teams to get all 3 of their questions right. So you'll have to try and match them. Question 1, who won the 5,000 meter race at the 2016 Olympics?
Are you looking for a country?
I was looking for the individual runner, but
2016 Olympics.
Could have been Farah.
Yep, That's correct.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't have to
Sure.
think about it any longer.
Okay.
That's right.
Sweet.
All
Sweet.
right. Question 2. Which country won the most events in the athletics portion of the 2016 Olympics, which is track and field, road running, and race walking events?
I know Paul's a big race walker, so I'm gonna have to pass it to him on this one.
It's one of the more obvious answers.
Okay.
I've given hints to everyone, and this is my hint for you guys.
It's one of the more obvious answers.
One of the more obvious countries that you would expect to
I would feel bad, like
If-
saying our country.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking too. Just
maybe just go with your gut, you know?
yeah, I feel like we got
Okay, let's do it.
USA.
USA.
That
yeah.
is correct. Yes.
Let's go.
United
Let's go.
States. That is
Shout out to
correct.
Jordy.
All right. And the final question, what is the biggest marathon in the US in terms of participants?
That northeastern one, right?
That northeastern one. Or we're not allowed to say anything.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
It in a city that starts with a B.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe
It's
not.
got to be that.
That is incorrect. It is the New York Marathon, not the Boston
Oh.
Marathon. Sorry about that. But I gave you one hint, so I couldn't give you another one.
That's okay.
That is all for today's show. Thank you, Will and Paul, for doing this. Good luck next season, and whenever that is. And
Yeah.
we'll see everyone next week. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jordy.
Thank you.